Have you ever wondered what it's like to live a life both in the spotlight and just beyond it? Brian Forster's journey isn't about fame, as most people imagine it. It's about moving through a world where every frame counts, every performance is fleeting, and yet leaving a mark so subtle that it lodges itself in memory without you even realizing. From the moment he stepped onto a Texaco commercial at age 7, Brian was immersed in a world where work and life intertwined so completely that the line between choice and circumstance blurred. He didn't just act, he absorbed rhythms, learned timing, and discovered how to exist within a machine that rarely stops for anyone. Born on April 14, 1960, in Los Angeles, Brian grew up in a household where storytelling wasn't a hobby, it was a lineage. His mother, Jennifer Rain, and father, Peter Forster, both actors, surrounded him with the whispers of sets, scripts, and the glimmer of cameras. Connections to figures like Whit Bissell and Alan Napier made the entertainment industry feel less like a distant dream and more like a familiar backdrop. Yet, even in a world so rich with opportunity, success was never handed. It had to be earned in fragments. Small roles, brief appearances, a line delivered just right. By the late 1960s, Brian had appeared in over 20 commercials for brands like Nestle and Hot Wheels. Each short spot was a tiny puzzle, a lesson in precision and adaptability. Forgetting lines on the Brady Bunch once could have been a disaster, but Brian carried on, and that take survived in the final episode, a quiet testament to resilience under pressure. These small victories didn't make headlines, but they were the bricks of experience that built the foundation for something larger. Then, in 1971, everything shifted. Brian was cast as Chris Partridge on the Partridge Family, stepping into a role that already existed and demanded instant integration. He wasn't just learning lines anymore, he was maintaining a rhythm, preserving continuity, and fitting seamlessly into a story millions of viewers followed weekly. Over 71 episodes, his image became part of a collective memory, not because he stole the spotlight, but because he became an indispensable element of the show's visual heartbeat. Audiences didn't just see him, they saw the structure he helped hold together. Even as the show expanded into music and spin-offs, Brian's contribution remained anchored in presence rather than sound. He was the drummer in the frame, while the beats audiences heard were crafted elsewhere, a subtle paradox of visibility without direct control. Later, in voice acting projects like Goober and the Ghost Chasers, his presence became intangible, existing purely through rhythm, pitch, and timing, a reminder that influence doesn't always wear a face. As adulthood arrived, Brian stepped away from public performance, pursuing racing in Northern California and local theater, maintaining artistry on a smaller, quieter stage. His personal life mirrored this shift, private, measured, and largely untouched by public scrutiny. The teenage bond with co-star Suzanne Crowe endured over decades, a thread of connection linking a past filled with fleeting cameras to a life lived largely beyond them. Brian Forster's story isn't measured in awards or headlines. It's the story of consistency, adaptability, and the quiet power of being present. He teaches us that sometimes the most lasting legacy isn't about standing in the spotlight. It's about holding your place within the rhythm of life, showing up, and letting time carry your presence into memory. In his case, presence itself became permanence.